In 1893, Chicago prepares to host the world's Columbian Exposition, a celebration of human progress drawing millions of visitors. Just blocks from the fairgrounds, a charming doctor opens a hotel, affordable rooms, friendly service, perfect for travelers excited to see the White City. What guests didn't know was that the doctor had designed the building himself. Every detail, every room, every hidden feature, secret passages behind walls, rooms that locked only from the outside, chutes running from upper floors straight to the basement, gas lines controlled from a private office, a furnace large enough to cremate human remains. This wasn't a hotel. It was a machine built for murder. Over 200 guests checked in during the fair. Most of them never checked out. H. Holmes was born Herman Webster Mudgett, but he shed identities like snakeskin throughout his life. He was a con man, a bigamist, a forger, and eventually a killer who understood that major events create chaos, and chaos creates opportunity. When he learned Chicago would host the 1893 World's Fair, he saw his chance to build something unprecedented, a facility designed specifically for killing efficiently and disposing of bodies without detection. Holmes arrived in Chicago's Englewood neighborhood in the late 1880s. Through charm and deception, he acquired a drugstore, then purchased the lot across the street. He announced plans for a mixed-use building, drugstore on the ground floor, apartments above. What he actually constructed was something far more sinister. Holmes hired and fired contractors constantly, ensuring no single worker understood the building's complete layout. Those who questioned unusual specifications were dismissed. Those who demanded payment for completed work sometimes disappeared entirely. The finished structure appeared normal from outside, a 3-story building on a busy corner. Inside, it was a maze of death. The second and third floors contained over 60 rooms with bizarre configurations. Some had doors that opened onto brick walls. Others had no windows and locked only from outside. Secret passages connected rooms through false walls. Hallways dead-ended inexplicably or required complex routes to access simple destinations. Staircases led nowhere. The architecture itself was designed to confuse and trap. Holmes controlled everything from a private office. Gas lines ran to specific rooms with valves he could operate remotely, allowing him to asphyxiate occupants while listening through speaking tubes. Chutes built into walls ran from upper floors directly to the basement, wide enough to accommodate bodies. Doors were soundproofed with layers of asbestos. Certain rooms had peepholes, allowing Holmes to watch without being seen. Every design choice served the purpose of killing without witnesses and disposing of evidence efficiently. The basement was where bodies ended up. Holmes had installed a surgical table with restraints, suggesting some victims were alive when brought down. A massive furnace dominated one corner, large enough to cremate human remains. Vats of quicklime and acid stood ready to dissolve flesh from bone. Tools for dissection lined workbenches. Some victims were reduced to skeletons, then sold to medical schools, who asked no questions about sourcing. Others vanished entirely into furnace ash and chemical dissolution. As the World's Fair drew millions to Chicago, Holmes advertised rooms for young women, secretaries, shop workers, teachers seeking employment in the booming city. Many were traveling alone, far from family, attracted by opportunities the fair generated. Holmes selected victims carefully, preferring those without strong local connections whose disappearances might go unnoticed. He charmed them, employed some in his drugstore, seduced others, and eventually killed them all. Some were murdered for insurance fraud. Holmes would take policies in their names, alter documents, then claim money after their deaths. Others were killed simply because they knew too much or had outlived their usefulness. Holmes's downfall came through financial crimes rather than murder. Insurance investigators tracking fraud patterns Notice too many policies connected to one man using multiple names. When police finally obtained warrants to search the building in 1895, they found the hidden chambers, the chutes, the basement horror show. The exact victim count was never determined. Bodies had been destroyed too thoroughly. Holmes confessed to 27 murders but likely killed many more. Some estimates based on missing persons reports and building capacity suggest the number could exceed 200. H. Holmes was hanged in Philadelphia on May 7, 1896. His murder castle was damaged by fire shortly before his execution, some say deliberately to prevent it from becoming a macabre tourist attraction. The building was eventually demolished completely. Holmes's case proved that murder could be industrialized, systematized, turned into an operation where the building itself functioned as a weapon. He didn't just kill opportunistically, he engineered an entire facility for efficient murder and disposal, then filled it with victims during a celebration of human achievement. The contrast remains chilling. While millions marveled at electric lights and technological progress blocks away, Holmes was perfecting the machinery of death, proving that darkness can exist anywhere, even in buildings specifically designed to contain it.